Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Emmerdale fans work out Rhona Goskirk's revenge as they rumble Gus' plan. Emmerdale fans don't trust Rhona Goskirk's scheming ex-husband, Gus Malcolm, and think they've rumbled a revenge twist on the soap. Emmerdale fans are convinced they've figured out Rhona Goskirk's revenge on scheming ex-husband, Gus Malcolm. Viewers will recall that last year, Rhona found out ex-Gus and his partner Lucy were expecting a baby together, despite them telling Rhona months earlier that they were having fertility issues and could not conceive a child. Years earlier, Rhona and Gus had IVF treatment, which led to them freezing some embryos, but when they split up Rhona assumed they were destroyed. Gus stopped this from happening, before asking if he and Lucy could use them a year ago. Rhona declined, but Gus forged her signature and Lucy fell pregnant with his and Rhona's embryo. Tragically, Lucy died while giving birth to baby Ivy, leaving her partner distraught and grief-stricken, while Rhona was torn that a baby that was biologically hers no longer had a mother. What started as Rhona and her family helping Gus out led to Rhona admitting she could not let go of Ivy and wanted to be part of her life. A war forged between the parents as Gus planned to flee with the baby, only for Rhona to take Ivy away from the village, with her arrested for kidnap. As things come to a head, with Rhona facing court over her charges, the character declared on Wednesday night's episode that she will plead not guilty in a huge U-turn. Before the declaration, Rhona met with her solicitor, who explained that if she were to plead not guilty, she could face a 2 to 4 year sentence unless there was a sympathetic jury. Despite being guided that a guilty plea would be her best bet, Rhona made a decision later in the episode. Sitting husband Marlon Dingle and mother Mary Goskirk down in the cafe, she said, "I can't stand up in that court tomorrow and brand myself a criminal. I'd never be able to live with myself if I didn't stand up for what's right. I know what's at stake, but maybe I can win this. Either way, my mind is made up. I am pleading not guilty. This is going to trial." On Thursday's episode, distraught teenager April Windsor went to visit Gus as she was worried about what would happen to stepmother Rhona. April ended up at Gus' house, where she pleaded with him to tell the police that Rhona was innocent. However, as she made her case to him, she let slip that Rhona was planning to plead not guilty, and Gus was fuming. Later in the episode, he brought April back to the village, and when Rhona made a move towards Ivy, he and Marlon got locked in a scuffle and Gus ended up falling to the floor injured. Later, Gus rejected Marlon's apology and an upset April ran off. Rhona was left stunned when Gus offered a compromise and suggested they both change their statements and work towards a not guilty verdict. Gus even suggested Rhona have access to Ivy and he will cancel the house sale, but on one condition: she had to pin it all on his late ex-wife. After deliberating on what to do, Rhona appeared to agree with Gus' plan. However, on Friday's episode, Rhona admitted she needed longer to think about the arrangement as Gus applied more pressure on her. After threatening to put his house back on the market, Gus gave Rhona until the next day to make a decision. Taking to Twitter, now X, viewers are hoping that Rhona is using Gus and will get revenge. One person said, "Rhona might be able to use that she's been out in public with Ivy and Gus. I'm not buying that. Gus has taken his house off the market. Just another tactic to get Rhona to go along with what he wants," while another added, "Hope Rhona is canny enough to twig what he's up to and play him at his own game." Emmerdale. Meanwhile, others were quick to rumble about his downfall as they predicted Rhona could have recorded their chat. One person said, "Why didn't Rhona have her mobile on record just then?" Emmerdale, a different account said, "She should have recorded that." Emmerdale, while another added, "Emmerdale, so with Rhona going to meet Gus, what's the betting she's recording their conversation?"